interview with Russell Brand out, and he said, if I didn't have God, I wouldn't survive. And he said, that I just wouldn't be able to handle this if it wasn't for God and my faith. And I will tell you that that's the most important thing to prepare. And this is good advice for world breakdown or just everyday life. When you can get to a place to where you're like, wow, that's going to leave a mark. Oh, well, we'll get through it. The times that we've had here in the recent months in my family where I had the possibility of losing more than one child. I can't imagine what it would have been without faith. And that's how our grandparents made it through the Great Depression. Work on faith and work on kindness. Work on forgiveness. There's an inner...
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami, and I want to do this lesson based off of a short from a man by the name of Glenn Beck. I'm sure many brothers know of his channel and of his content. All right, he's one of those guys on YouTube that go over like world events and current events and things of that nature, pertinent to the times that we're living in. And there's a particular short that he put out, earlier. I want to say today, if not late yesterday, it came out, and it's entitled "This is the number one thing you must prepare now." All right, and as you just saw, he was going into having faith. All right, whether it be in your daily affairs or dealing with the breakdown of this current society. All right, the number one thing we need to prepare right now is faith. Okay, and he's absolutely right. Okay, all right, because this current system is getting ready to collapse. All right, we're about to see, many world-changing events. Okay, it's about to be all-out chaos. All hell's getting ready to break loose. Okay, it's gonna be famines. All the things that we talk about, famines. Okay, seditions amongst men. Okay, persecution of the saints, of those who believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, those that fear the Lord. Okay, that's coming. Okay, so what's the number one thing that we must prepare now is faith in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We have to build up our faith, man. Okay, and he's absolutely right, man. Okay, all right. We're gonna face hardships in this truth. Okay, as we have, okay, as we are, and as we're going to go through. Okay, as we're going to, but at the end of the day, no matter what, man, we have to maintain our faith and our confidence in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, not to be dismayed. Okay, as the Lord told Joshua, all right, not to be afraid or dismayed. Why? Because the Lord thy God is with thee, whithersoever thou goest, man. All right, no matter how hard it hurts, no matter what we have to lose. Okay, all right, we have to maintain our faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, in order to make it through. Okay. All right. So with that, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I do want to start here with 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Okay. And verse 13. All right. It says, "And now abideth faith, hope, and charity, these three, but the greatest of these is charity." All right. And, as much as we, of course, we come into this faith and we, we accumulate knowledge and understanding on different things. Okay. And, that's one of the main things, that we grow in. All right. Is knowledge and understanding. Okay. Wisdom. All right. Above that, these three things remain. Okay. Faith, hope, and charity, because of course, we get into the understanding, we get into the breakdowns, but when these prophecies actually go live and affect, okay, and it's actually affecting us on a personal level, okay, these three things is what's going to get us through. Faith, okay, trusting Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hope, okay, which the word hope means to expect, okay, confidently and joyfully expect that. And charity, okay, which goes into the love of of the brethren. Okay, all right. Those three things are the greatest things that we ought to focus on. Okay, those are the things that we have to really be building up now in these times, man. Because it's gonna come a time where we're not just gonna be talking about the MOTB, okay, the CHIP. All right, we're not just gonna be talking about martial law and concentration camps and persecution and you know being outcast from the society, et cetera, and famine and the joblessness and all these things. It's not gonna just be us talking about it. It's gonna be happening right in front of our face, and in a lot of cases, it's gonna affect us directly. Okay, all right. So it's not gonna just gonna be going out to camp, putting up videos, being around brothers, putting up live streams. No, it's gonna actually affect us on a personal level. Okay, all right. And the only way for us to properly prepare and fortify our minds for these things is by getting into these scriptures and building up our faith, man, building up our hope, building up our love for the Akim, man. Okay, all right, cultivating the fruits of the Spirit, adding to your faith virtue and to your virtue knowledge. Okay, all right, putting on the whole armor of Yahweh that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. That's the only way we're gonna be able to make it through here. Okay, all right, that's the only way we're gonna be able to make it through this. And the apostles of old knew this. Okay, that's why they asked the Lord Yahweh Shai this question. Okay, or they it wasn't even a question they asked him. They just said it straight up. This is Luke chapter 17, verse 5. It says the apostles said unto the Lord, increase our faith. Okay, so the apostles back then, they understood the importance of faith, man, and that's why faith is such a heavy topic, man. Okay, all right, we can talk about you know um miracles, but do you believe in them? All right, we can talk about how we believe the Lord got us, but when things happen, okay, do you actually fall back? When things happen to you, you know, to you personally, to me personally, or to brethren around you, okay, or to fellow believers, how do you respond? Do you respond with faith and hope and patience towards Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai or not? Those are the things that we have to cultivate: faith, patience, hope, charity. Okay, all right. It says in verse 6, and the Lord said, if ye have faith as a grain of a mustard seed, ye might say unto this sycamore tree, be thou plucked up by the roots and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. Okay, so hey, there you go, man. All right, how should I say it straight up, man? If you have faith the size of a grain of mustard seed, all right, you can, move mountains, man. All right, you can pretty much overcome anything. You can endure anything, man. Okay, and we're gonna have to endure, many trials, to come. All right, in the book of Acts, chapter 14, okay, and verse 22, it says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we through much tribulation we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. All right, so as Paul, okay, as he was on his journeys, okay, and he came unto the churches, all right, what did he do? He was exhorting them to continue in the faith, man, confirming them, man, all right, strengthening their minds, man, okay, confirming the souls of the disciples, all right, that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High, man. All right, we may very well have to face direct persecution for what we believe in the times to come. Now, granted, we do believe the Lord's going to lift up a standard. We do believe He's going to work miracles and wonders and many, many deliverances for us. But the foundation of that is faith, actually believing in it. Okay, actually believing these things are going to happen and being willing to endure whatever we have to endure. Okay, all right, to up until that point. Okay, and beyond. Okay, all right, because it's one thing to say that we believe the Lord's going to perform these miracles and lift up a standard for us. Okay, it's one thing to say that we believe it. All right, but again, remember the standard was lifted up, for us in ancient times when we were going through pure hell. Okay, our backs were literally against the wall. Okay, we may say we believe that Yahweh rose the dead. Okay, but the fact of the matter, okay, is that when Yahweh was walking around the earth, actually raising people from the dead, somebody had to die. Okay, All right, when the Lord sent an angel to deliver Hezekiah and Jerusalem from the Assyrians, the army was right outside the gates. Okay, all right, so we're gonna come into situations where our back is gonna literally be against the wall. Okay, and we're gonna have to maintain our faith no matter what the circumstances goes. All right, just the same way as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. All right, they were cast into the fiery furnace, and what did they tell King Nebuchadnezzar? We believe our God's gonna deliver us. Okay, but even if He don't deliver us, we still not gonna bow down and worship Your image. That's the spirit. Okay, all right, that unwavering faith, that no matter what faith, we still gonna trust in Yahweh Shem Shai, man. Okay, all right. This is Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. It says, "But without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him." Man, all right, and that's a powerful scripture, man. Okay, without faith it is impossible to please Him. So we cannot please Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai without believing in Him, without faith, man. You got people, which there's been many headlines that have come out in the recent years. All right, talking about how more and more people have lost faith in a God, or whatever. Okay, all right, they've lost faith. Their faith is pretty much gone. A lot of people turn into witchcraft. A lot of people committing suicide. Just giving up. Okay, on the belief in a higher power, man. Well, that's why they're not going to be defended in the days to come. Okay, in the days to come, that's why they're not going to be defended. All right, because they don't have faith, and they never had faith at all. Okay, they just thought things was just going to be smooth. Okay, they did not count the cost. They did not consider, the turmoils that would take place upon the earth. Prior to Yahweh Shai's return, they were not founded upon a rock. Okay, so when the C-19 came and the lockdowns came, and people was losing their jobs left and right, and all type of riots was happening. All right, people dropping dead from the jack scene. Okay, all right, disaster after disaster. Okay, 2022. Okay, all type of calamities were taking place in the earth. Okay, and going up into this year, 2023. All right, they did not consider that these things were going to happen on the earth. Okay, and that the Most High was going to allow these things to happen and cause them to happen. So what did they do? They lost faith, man. Okay, whereas when these things happen in the earth, our faith, we're supposed to look at these things and rejoice, man. Okay, our faith is supposed to increase even when things happen to us. We go through our personal sufferings, or we see, fellow believers go through sufferings and different tribulations. All right, we're supposed to look at that, and our faith is supposed to increase, man. Okay, our faith is supposed to grow. All right. Why? Because we believe that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him, man. And that's what's going to be tried in the days to come, that faith, that belief. Okay. All right. Do we believe that He is a rewarder? Do we believe that He is? And do we believe that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him? Okay. We could say that, one can say that they believe in the Most High. Okay. All right. But will our works stand firm? All right, when we're tested and when we're tried, okay, and that's the main test, okay. The big test is coming, okay. The hour of temptation, all right, when we're directly ostracized and targeted, okay, and have to bear humiliation and different things like that, okay, maybe even physical harm, okay, for what we say we believe in, what we believe in. All right, are we going to believe that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is going to reward us in the end, regardless of whatever pain or suffering or humiliation or shame we have to deal with? Okay, and that's the spirit Yahweh Shai had on him. Okay, all right, whatever losses he had to take, whatever things he had to forsake, whatever pain he had to suffer, he still believed, man. Okay, and we all gonna have to come, to that place within our spirit, man. Okay, both men and women. All right, those of us who are out there on the highways and byways, we all have to, come to that realization and examine ourselves whether we be in the faith. Okay, because when which I was also meditating on this as well. Back when the believers and in Yahweh Shai, the apostles and the disciples were on the scene, that main core of believers back when they were on the scene, it wasn't just them being persecuted and afflicted. Okay, it was even if you were so much as associated with them. Okay, you could be targeted. All right, for even so much as being associated with them. That's why Nicodemus, when he went to go speak to Yahushua, he came at night. Okay, all right. That's why Joseph of Arimathea, he came in secret to go get the body of Yahushua and prepare the sepulcher and everything like that. Okay, because even if you were associated, you may not have been part of the main circle, but even if you were associated with believers, you could be targeted. Okay, all right. So again, these things we have to meditate on, man. We have to, fully, you know, count the cost. All right. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. It says, "Wherein I suffer trouble as an evildoer, even unto bond." So Apostle Paul is writing this letter to Timothy. All right, and he's saying, hey, he suffered trouble as an evildoer. Okay, even though he was preaching the gospel, the good news of Yahweh Shai. Okay, all right, he suffered trouble. All right, people was hating on him and persecuting him. All right, he was suffering even unto bonds. He was getting arrested, thrown in prison. Okay, without due process and all of that. Okay, that whole due process, that's going out the window real soon, man. It's not gonna be fair. Okay, but the word of Yahweh is not bound. Therefore, I endure all things for the elect's sake, that they may also obtain the salvation which is in Hamashiach Yahweh Shai with eternal glory. Okay, and another thing, this guy Glenn Beck, I'm sorry, said, he said work on kindness. Okay, which that had me thinking about charity. Okay, which is why 1 Corinthians 13 came to mind. Okay, 1 Corinthians 13 and 13 came to mind. Faith, hope, and charity, but the greatest of these things is charity. Okay, all right. Our love for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and for the brethren, for the body of Yahweh Shai is gonna have to be on a whole nother level, man. Okay, it's gonna have to be on a whole nother level. Are you willing to endure sufferings for the elect's sake? Okay, which would be an act of charity, which would be an act of love. Okay, it's one thing it's one thing for us to say that we are willing to do it while everything is cool and we're able to go out to camp, no problem, and put up videos, no problem, and it becomes a routine. Okay, but hey, when the affliction is at your doorstep, man, like the elder brother Jeremiah said from Chicago, when they kick through your door with an iron boot and drag you out your crib, booty naked, okay, and you start getting afflicted, okay, is the love still gonna be the same? Okay, all right. Sunny days, everybody loves them, but tell me, can you stand the rain? That's that's a spirit that, hey, we gotta be in, hey, standing through the rain, man. Okay, all right, through the trials and afflictions. Okay, all right. Apostle Paul, oftentimes in his letters, he was talking about how, certain guys, they was down for a moment, and but then when the persecutions came, they would depart from him. Okay, and he would commend the churches that was still rocking with him, even though he was getting afflicted and humiliated, and people was talking dirty on him, and all type of false accusations, that he was being imprisoned. Okay, they were still associating themselves with him, despite all of that. Okay, all right, and that's another thing. Hey, Yahweh Shai said, John chapter 15, verse 12, "This is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. Ye are my friends if ye do whatsoever I command you," man. All right, we're coming to a time where we're going to have to deny ourselves more for the body's sake. Okay, brothers going to find themselves in more straits. Okay, financial straits, physical straits, persecution. Okay, are we going to have the heart, all right, the love for the brethren, the love for the body, okay, to look out, man, to lay our lives down, to put, our wants and needs and desires aside, okay, all right, to receive a prophet, okay, all right, to give a cup of cold water to a disciple in the name of a disciple, man, okay, all right, are we going to be willing to be persecuted, okay, because we have associated ourselves with this ministry, okay, all right, and with the brethren that are at the face of this ministry, All right, these are all questions that we have to ask ourselves, and again, these are all things that we have to prepare. Okay, the number one thing the man said is faith. So I started with that. All right, but also hope and charity as well. Okay, this is I'm gonna end out with this. This is Psalm chapter 33, verse 16. It says, "There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. And horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength." Okay, so hey, the times that we're coming into, it ain't gonna be no way out but Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, all right. And the scriptures say, man, there's none other name under heaven given amongst men whereby we must be saved. All right. So, trusting in our own strength and our own ability to do this or that, that's out the window. Okay. It should have been out the window since we came into the faith. We should have already understood that. Okay. All right. It says, "There is no king saved by the multitude of an host. A mighty man is not delivered by much strength. And horse is a vain thing for safety, neither shall he deliver any by his great strength." So there's nothing in our might or power that we're going to be able to do but to trust in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and to hope in his mercy. "Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy." Okay? All right, so when the hell starts a coming, okay, the famines, the plagues, all right, the persecution, etc., etc., all right, and it starts to hurt, okay, all right, starts to leave a mark, like he said, hey, no matter what, you come to a point where you're like, well, dang, that's gonna leave a mark, but we're gonna get through it. Okay, he also talked about losing a family member, a loved one. We're coming into a time where we may lose loved ones. Okay, but do we have the hope, the expectation within ourselves to know that we're gonna gain 100-fold? Okay, all right. "Behold, the eye of the Lord is upon them that fear him, upon them that hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine." Okay. All right. When we're down to our last whatever we got. Okay. Like the widow during the famine, in the books of Kings. Okay. When we're down to our last, like Yahweh Shai and the disciples. Okay. And it was only a couple loaves and some fish. All right. Okay, when the Lord has us detached from this place, man, and we ain't able to go to work and go out there and hustle and bustle or whatever, go to the store, and the Lord just got us out there somewhere in the wilderness potentially. Okay, all right, and we just gonna have to have faith, man. That how about Shema Shai is gonna come through like he did, like he always been coming through. Okay, we just gonna have to hope in the Lord, which the word hope means to expect, man. All right, we were out there in the wilderness, man, and the Lord made the water come out of a rock. He fed us with quail, fed us with manna out of heaven. Okay, He made sure we found clean water to drink. He made sure our clothes was clean. You know, all right. He made sure we was in good health. All right, those are the things that we need to be building up, man, and preparing, man. Okay, the Lord didn't bring us in this truth to be cute. All right, the Lord didn't bring us in this truth to sound deep. Okay, to be popular. Okay, to be loved by the world, to be esteemed. The Lord didn't bring us in this truth to do that, man. The Lord brought us in this truth to believe and to endure unto the end, man. Okay, all right, to be obedient. Okay, no matter what, that's what we're supposed to be focusing on, man. And the things that pertain unto that and that are moving in that direction, that's what we're supposed to be cultivating, man. Now, granted, am I saying that, of course, we don't use prudence or whatever, and do what you got to do out here, within reason and within righteousness? No, do what you got to do. Apply prudence within reason and within righteousness, and may the Lord bless the work of our hands. Okay, but it's going to come to a certain point where we just going to know, all right, that Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is the only way out, man. Okay, our soul waited for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. Okay, these we gonna have to believe in these scriptures. And scriptures talk about Satan shall cast some of you into prison, man. The apostles been saying for years, man. You might get tossed into a prison camp or whatever. Okay, being interrogated and etc. Fill in the blank. Okay, we're gonna have to believe that the Lord, the Lord's going to deliver us from death. Okay, even if we are martyred, the Lord gonna raise us from the dead. We still gonna inherit the kingdom. Yahushua is coming to save us. The Lord is gonna lift up a standard, etc., etc. Calling upon the name of the Lord. Okay, the Lord is gonna fight for us. For our heart shall rejoice in Him, because we have trusted in His holy name. Let Thy mercy, O Lord, be upon us according as we hope in Thee. Okay, so again, trusting in the name of the Lord, man. Having faith, hoping in the name of the Lord, calling upon His name in the times of trouble, man. You got a lot of people out here losing their faith, man. The brothers put out, that video from, I think, TikTok or whatever, that lady was talking about. She gave up on her faith or whatever. Okay, that's why, that's why our people gonna get jacked up, man. Okay, and it ain't shit even happen now, man. It's not the time for us to be depressed and losing our faith, and I don't give a fuck what the fuck is going on, man. Okay? The disease, your woman coming against you, family coming up against you, money problems, okay? Work problems, whatever. All right? It's what we need to be worrying about and concerning ourselves with is seeking Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh and His righteousness, and praying to the Lord that He increase our faith, our courage, our hope in the Lord, that the Lord increase our charity and love for the Akim, increase us in the fear of the Lord, the fruit of the Spirit, you know. All right, that Second Peter chapter 1 list, all right, the Sermon on the Mount, those things we need to be concerning ourselves with, putting on the whole armor of the Most High. That's what we need to be concerning ourselves with, man. All right, all this extracurricular stuff is done, man. All right, that's done. That don't matter. Okay, this ain't 2016. Okay, all right, this shit ain't cute out here, man. Shit is getting real. Okay, all right. So hey, we gotta prepare ourselves, man. Prepare our minds, prepare our spirits for what's coming. Pray, continue in the faith, man. Keep the faith, man. All right, love the brethren, hope in the Lord, man. That's what's going. Those things are gonna become invaluable. Okay, in the days to come. All right, and it's gonna be known, man. It's gonna be known. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this video is edifying. I do want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect, Kwame Asharala and Abad Babal. Shalom.